does not want to be informed, it's settled at that. You don't keep on shouting from there. You wanted to give a point of information and he said he doesn't want to be informed. Okay, Wamboka, you're on a point of order.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
I've listened to the Chair of Finance
Yes.
trying to explain about the tax imposed on non-residents and that it will not affect Kenyans. If these non-Kenyans, Honorable Speaker, who own apartments, what Majority Leader is alluding to, their taxes increase, these taxes will pass to the tenants, Honorable Speaker, and that is why we are saying it is mischievous way of increasing taxes because ultimately, Honorable Speaker, the taxes will go.
Wamboka, order. I am here on the chair. Order. Unless you did not listen. What the honorable member said is that initially the onus was on the tenant to remit that as a withholding. Now the onus shifts to the owners of the properties who are foreigners. He did not say what you're saying. Proceed, Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Proceed, Majority Leader.
I think, Honorable Speaker, you have
You're
put it so well.
What's your point
You
of
have
order?
put it so well, Honorable Speaker, and if they can tell us what standing orders they are standing on.
He's on a point of order. Let me hear his point of order.
What standing order, Honorable Speaker?
Yeah. You're on a point of order.
Is it in order for the leader majority to mislead the House on the meaning, literal and legal meaning of non-resident? Mr. Speaker, when I look at the Black Law Dictionary, the non-resident means is an individual who does not live permanently, work or maintain primary presence in a specific jurisdiction or establishment. Mr. Speaker, the concern is this. 2, 1, who are these non-residents? If what, Mr. Speaker, the majority want to mean is what you call non-citizen, then they should have put the word non-citizen. Mr. Speaker, the point is this, Mr. Speaker. The point is this, Mr. Speaker. This issue is that non-citizen in
Honorable Speaker.
Order, Majority Leader, order, Majority Leader, order. Tongoyo, Wamboka, order, honorable, order. The chair is telling you order. The issue is non-resident can be Kenyan, can be non-Kenyan. Order. Now the position. Order can be Kenyan and non-Kenyan. But the catch is somebody not listed in the tax systems we have in here. A non-resident is somebody who is not paying taxes because he is not a resident here. Does not have a PIN. Order. income from here, and you are not a resident in Kenya. Is that what it is, Kimani? Yes. You are not a resident in Kenya.
Yes.
Then the honors of remitting that taxes to KRA
was on the tenant.
before. Now it falls on you, whether you are a citizen or not citizen, as long as you are a non-resident. Yes. You want to inform who? Yes. Okay.
And where was it? You read. We are not here
Again, Mr. Speaker.
You're informing me.
I'm informing the leader of majority.
Yes.
In any case, Honorable Speaker, what is this clause trying to cure? What it's trying to cure is that it was giving, as currently drafted in the Income Tax Act, if you are a tenant and your landlord is a non-resident, you are required to withhold rent to income tax, as we know, you're supposed to withholding tax and remit to KRA.
Yes.
So the complication is, how would you know as a tenant whether your landlord is a resident or a non-resident? And therefore, KRA will come and do an assessment on you and say you have failed to remit withholding tax to KRA on your landlord who is a non-resident. And now they will give you penalties and interest. So you are being punished and you do not know whether your landlord is a tenant or is a landlord or is a resident or a non-resident. By now changing that incidence now from the tenant to the landlord, we are saying, as a tenant, I don't care whether my landlord is a resident or a non-resident. The responsibility of their paying income tax is on the landlord, not on the tenant. And I hope that now that matter comes to
Okay,
rest.
proceed now.
Honorable Speaker, let me thank the chair because he has effectively explained and effectively deconstructed the propaganda, the lies, and the innuendos that were being peddled around this issue of income, rent or income tax. Honorable Speaker, I had submitted on the question of the deemed income for people who are not paying dividends, and I made it clear, as the chair had very well articulated in his moving, that they have made a proposal to delete that particular provision to allow businesses in the country to be able to hold even retained earnings for future investment and to grow their companies and therefore create job opportunities for Kenyans. Too, Honorable Speaker, I wanted to agree with my brother Robert Mbui when he said that indeed the finance bill has an objective of raising revenue, and it is true. And I had said raising revenue does not necessarily mean increasing tax or introducing new taxes, and that is why we wanted to disabuse that notion that was being peddled that tenants will suffer. Well, what the bill is doing is saving tenants from the punishment of being penalized for not collecting withholding tax for people who are not resident in Kenya. Honorable Speaker, is it true that the finance bill then has an objective of raising revenue? We cannot look Kenyans into the eyes and tell them that we are not raising revenue. We are raising revenue. The question is, from whom are you raising revenue? The Finance Committee, in their tax VAT exemptions, have proposed to do away with a bit of the proposals that were there in the bill, touching on inputs on raw materials for animal feeds, touching on our sugar sector transport costs, and that is being deleted by the committee. If you listened, and it's good always to read the committee's report, that is why it was tabled before we began this debate, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, more importantly, where then are we raising this revenue from? We have people who are importing choppers and light aircraft into this country. Luxury and means of transport for the rich. We are going for the rich. Those who are bringing in choppers, those who are bringing in private jets and light aircraft will have to pay for them. They have been bringing choppers, light aircrafts without paying duty, without paying VAT. We are now going for them. They will pay VAT. Therefore, those who want to know where money is coming from, that is such one area where, yes, Honorable Speaker, those of us who are bringing in choppers. Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me, and you need to add me time because my time was taken away.
Order, honorable members, order.
You know, Honorable Speaker,
Proceed,
Honorable
Majority.
Speaker, you know, I have said it before, I have no qualms with importing choppers or light aircraft.
You can have an additional 5 minutes here.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, where else are we raising money from? And I want to look at Honorable Robert Mbui in the eye as I say this. Robert Mbui, the people of Kathiani, the young people in Kikuyu, the young people in this country, and in fact, not just young people, parents have suffered from betting. People are betting and betting away their school fees, betting away their money for medication. We are going for those who are betting. Honorable Speaker, this is where this money is coming from. If you read the tax proposals under clause 2 and 17, there is a proposal, Honorable Speaker, in the bill that is bringing into the ambit of taxation what are called the land-based casinos. Because we have effectively dealt with the question of online gambling. But today, people who are doing on land casinos, those who are giving away giveaways like cars, the people who do lottery and you win a car, those things are not being taxed, and therefore we are bringing them into the ambit of taxation at the rate of 20%. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, this also saves not only saving those who are getting into the habit of betting, and many families have suffered from this vice, Honorable Speaker. Many families. Unfortunately, Honorable Speaker, and I'm still looking at Honorable Robert Mbui in the eye. Unfortunately, my brother Robert Mbui, the people who are suffering are people in our villages who are betting at street corners, in kiosks, on those machines that are usually put there by foreigners, most of them Chinese-made and Chinese-owned. And people are betting, and those people are paying no tax. We must go for them to raise taxes. I want anybody to stand here and tell us that we should not tax those people, that we should not protect our children. I want you to tell me that we should not tax those who are importing choppers into this country or light aircraft, while us protecting, Honorable Speaker, we are also protecting the industry in aviation, because in the past what has happened, and that is why this proposal had come to this house, that people were going and buying parts, you ship those parts to our neighboring countries, you take your aircraft to the neighboring country, get it fixed there, because spare parts would have been cheaper there because of taxes. We are exempting tax on spare parts. And even for huge aircraft, if KQ was to buy a new plane, for instance, that is exempted. If Lufthansa or British Airways want to repair their Boeing or their Airbus here, their parts also are exempted. That is how this bill, Honorable Speaker, is dealing with that question. Honorable Speaker, this bill also speaks to a question of an uncertainty that was there around gratuity. And I know myself, the Honorable Robert Mbui, and others here, we have staff in our offices who are paid gratuity. I know some of you may have retired some of your staff after 2 or 3 years, and those staff don't benefit from gratuity. The bill is making it clear that so long as you have worked for 3 years, you will benefit from your gratuity, Honorable Speaker. That is putting money back into the pockets of our people, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I finish, the amendments to the VAT Act, Honorable Speaker, I said many of them may have touched on issues as proposed in the bill that touch on farmers, on pharmaceuticals, Honorable Speaker, and on other raw materials, and the committee in their proposal has proposed to delete all those, and therefore they will be deleted in line with the wishes of the people of Kenya during public participation. Finally, Honorable Speaker, there's a question that was raised, and I know Honorable Kaluma and the chair have divergent views on this one. Honorable Robert Mbui spoke to it. At what point, if you assess me as KRA and I go to the tax tribunal, at what point will I be forced to pay before I appeal? Honorable Speaker, the proposal that is there that the committee has proposed to delete. The proposal was that when you go to the tribunal, you pay your tax 100%. The committee has proposed to delete that. But I beg to disagree. Because what has been happening, Honorable Speaker, very huge taxpayers get assessed probably 100 million shillings.
Additional 1 minute.
Honorable Speaker, you can inform the House you're adding what from the disruptions.
Order.
Honorable Speaker, I was saying when you assessed your 100 million shillings, you have the right to go to a tribunal. Robert Mbui was telling us that Kenyans will not go to court. The tribunal is appointed by the judiciary. It is a quasi-judicial process. You have the right to appeal to the High Court all the way to the Supreme Court. The proposal the Finance Committee has brought to us is to delete that proviso, but I was of a different view, that at the point you are assessed, if you go to the tribunal and the tribunal upholds the assessment by KRA, the tribunal upholds the assessment by KRA, you must pay something, and I would be proposing at least you pay 50% of what is being demanded as you appeal in the High Court, Honorable Speaker. Because it is a game of chances and probability. The case in the High Court and all the way to the Supreme Court could end either way. Because what has been happening, Honorable Speaker, is people are using the judicial process, whereas many poor Kenyans and young Kenyans are
The Honorable Kaluma. They will be.
I thank you.
Order.
Honorable member, it's my time. Honorable Speaker.
What's your point of order, Wamboka? Yeah, Wamboka is on a point of order.
Honorable Speaker, is Honorable Majority
What's your point of order?
Leader, is Honorable Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah in order to keep on mentioning our leaders and bringing their names here on the floor when he knows very well perhaps he may never reach where they have reached. Honorable Speaker, is he in order?
Continue.
Is he?
I thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I sit in the Finance Committee.
Order, Majority Leader. What is your point of order, Majority Leader?
Honorable Speaker, you know, Honorable Jack Wamboka is my very good friend. And he knows what I may have said was not on record. He's now informing Kenyans what I might have said off record, Honorable Speaker. And all I said is that Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka had not read the finance bill when he alleged that we are converting freehold land into leasehold land. Just like Robert Mbui had not read this finance bill. Just like the other man from Wamonyoro has told them to come and make noise in the house instead of contributing ideas on how we can raise taxes.
Order, Majority Leader. Order.
You know, Honorable Speaker, these people have been mobbing.
Order. Order. Honorable Kaluma. Honorable Kaluma, proceed.
I thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
What is your point of order? Honorable Mbui, what's your point of order? What's the point of order? Mbui, order. Order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Honorable Kalasinga, order. Order. Order.
Thank you.
Proceed. What's your point of order?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I have given the floor to Honorable Mbui.
Thank you,
the rest
Mr.
of you
Speaker.
be quiet.
Mr. Speaker,
Silence.
with all due respect to the Majority Leader,
Yes.
who, tells us that he understands the standing orders.
Yeah.
Is he in order
Yes.
to discuss a member who was a former Vice President, most likely the next President, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, without a substantive motion? Is he in order?
Yes, what's your point of order? Order. Gracious lady, Wamuchomba is on a point of order. What's your point of order? Wamushomba to be heard in silence. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, when you are seated there, Mr. Speaker, you have now eyes, no ears until we inform you. Is it in order for honorable members elected by millions of people to shout like a marketplace instead of asking, is it in order, Mr. Speaker?
Is it in order?
Order.
No,
Order. I'll give you. Order. Honorable Kaluma has the floor. Honorable Kaluma has the floor.
I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Proceed,
Honorable Speaker, I sit in the Finance Committee, and Honorable Speaker, this has been the most difficult finance bill to process because, Honorable Speaker, it is being done in a very constrained economic environment. We were looking at how to ensure that tax administration is efficient without, of course, increasing taxes, Honorable Speaker, because as people have been saying, the tax burden on the individual is very big. We were looking at how to broaden the tax base and to get